A solitary figure struggling for soil and substance. Man projects his dog-eat-dog worldview on forests wild. Nothing could be further from the truth. Underneath the grassy surface, down below the moss and stone, a system formed of symbiosis whispers through the earth. Silent only to those of us who cannot hear. Giving, taking, swaying, listening. A glade, a lone branch on a cliff. Nourish one, nourish all. Shouting, murmuring, giggling and babbling, the forest lives. Tendrils reaching through the soil, reaching out for fellow roots, encircling, sharing gossip, news, and nutrients. All right, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Kyla Tilley Show, the weekly Wednesday Warble, and our theme this week is autumn. Last year, I did the theme of fall, and so I had songs that were not necessarily about the season. Some of them were literally about falling. But this year I wanted to just do songs that pertain to the season. So I'm going to start off with this one that is appropriately entitled Fall, and it is about the coming of fall. The days get shorter, the winds grow stronger, the nights fall sooner, the leaves begin their change. The air feels crisper, the frost stays longer, the cold sets in deeper. Gray clouds, gray mist, green trees turn to yellow, red rust, orange leaves fall, brown branches against the sky. Our walls get wider and some burrow deeper, while creatures hidden in cocoons begin their change. Our boots get taller and our coats thicken. Our doors close firmer, gray clouds, gray mist, green trees turn to yellow, red rust, orange leaves fall, brown branches reaches against the sky. There we go. That is fall. So we're going to do one now. I've got a number of, I think we're about half and half covers and originals today. I didn't actually do the count. Yeah, I think we're half and half. 5 covers, 5 originals. And this one is by Cheryl Wheeler, who I sort of didn't find out about Cheryl Wheeler until I think about maybe a couple years ago. Somebody was like, suggested another Cheryl Wheeler song. They thought it would be something that I might sing. And she was a singer-songwriter, I think from Boston, certainly New England. And she wrote some really fun and interesting songs. But this one is called When Fall Comes to New England. Fall comes to New England, the sun slants in so fine, the air's so clear you can almost hear the grapes grow on the vine. The nights are sharp with starlight, the days are cool and clean, and in the blue sky overhead the northern geese fly south instead, and leaves our Irish setter red when fall comes to New England. When fall comes to New England, the wind blows off the sea, swallows fly in a perfect sky, and the world was meant to be. When the acorns line the walkways, then winter can't be far. From yellow leaves a blue jay calls, grandmothers walk out in their shawls, and chipmunks run the old stone walls when fall comes to New England. The frost is on the pumpkin, the squash is off the vine, the winter warnings race across the sky. The squirrels are onto something and they're working overtime. The foxes blink and stare, and so do I. 'Cause when fall comes to New England, oh, I can't turn away from fading light on flying wings, and late goodbyes a robin sings, and then another thousand things. When fall comes to New England, when fall comes to New England. There we go. And I feel like it is safe to say that New England, hey Bob, good, welcome in, good to see you. I feel like New England gets like fall is their season. Like all the every stock image on the internet about the season of fall was taken in New England. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, there we go. Cheryl Wheeler. I can call you First Wave. Right on, First Wave. Good to have you here. I'm glad you were able to find me over here as well. All right, this one is called, this is one of mine, and it's called Close the Door, Open Another. It's one that I wrote about, well, it's a changing of season song, but it's specifically fall. It is specifically fall. Yeah. I'll call your first wave and raise you another. Put my bikinis in a box with all my sandals and my big floppy hats. Brought it to storage, swapped it out for one that's full of tailored coats, leather gloves. Bought a wool sweater, chose a timeless color. Polished my knee-high boots and posed for the mirror. Time is moving on, and so am I, and so am I. Close the door, open another. The target's always moving. Clear your closet, fill your pockets. There's gold in every change. You just have to find it. Looked in the drawers furthest back, found all the old, forgotten, ill-fitting clothes. Taking up space, weighing me down, I filled another box with bits of old me. I paused a moment to acknowledge I wore that, and then I promptly dropped it off for recycling. Life keeps moving on, and so do I, and so do I. Close the door, open another. The target's always moving. Clear your closet, fill your pockets. There's gold in every change. You just have to find it and run with it. Make it your own, but don't hold on too tight. Yeah, go with it and let it flow. You'll know when the time is right. The styles change, they wax and wane. The seasons shift, and if we don't follow suit, we find ourselves back in a rut, moth-eaten, crumpled in a pile on the floor. So step into the here and now with great gusto, and if you need to, you can roll with the punches. Everything moves on, and so will I, and so will I. Close the door, open another. The target's always moving. Clear your closet, fill your pockets. There's gold in every change. You just have to find it. You just have to find it. There we go. Close the door. Close the door. All right, I think I will unplug for this next one. I'm going to use another guitar. I'm just going to save my battery is what I'm saying. Having a little conversation here about what I'm doing. All right. Yes. So this is a song by This Is Incredible. This is a song by the Incredible String Band. One of Kyla's favorites. And it's called October Song. So naturally it falls in our autumn set. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. I like to have a good melody. All right, this one. I'll sing you this October song, for there is no song before it. The words and tune are none of my own, but my joys and sorrows bore it. Beside the sea of brambly briars, in the still of evening, birds fly out behind the sun, and north the mile be leaving. The fallen leaves that jewel the ground, they know the art of dying, and leave with joy their glad gold hearts in the scarlet shadows lying. When hunger calls my footsteps home, the morning follows after. I swim the seas within my mind, and the pine trees laugh green laughter. I used to search for happiness, and I used to follow pleasure, but I found a door behind my mind, and that's the greatest treasure. Rulers like to lay down laws, and rebels like to break them, and the poor priests like to walk in chains, and God likes to forsake them. I met a man whose name was Time, and he said I must be going. Just how long ago that was, I have no way of knowing. Sometimes I want to murder time, sometimes when my heart's aching, but mostly I just stroll along the path that he is taking. I'll sing you this October song, for there is no song before it. The words and tune are none of my own, but my joys and sorrows pour it. There we go, October song by Robin Williamson. The Incredible String Band is one of those bands with two quite different primary songwriters, and they both write great songs. All right. Is this what's next on the list? Yes, it is. This is... fall to me is very, very synonymous with football. And if you're joining me from Europe, by football, I mean gridiron, American football. So that's what this song is about. We're moving into the autumn sports section of the set. And we have to actually plug this back in and turn the amp back on. And we have to tune the guitar. There's so much work to play this next song. Marching down the football field, stay in rhythm, stay in sequence, watch the drum major and listen for my cues. Trip over my fellow marchers, varied focus, dedication to the music, assorted commitment to the task at hand. We're in this together, whether we like it or not. 'Cause some of us want to stand out, some of us know that this could be our big break. Our time to shine, but when will we learn? We may be out for ourselves, but we're in it together. Flying 20 feet high in the air over the astroturf, try to pay attention to the captain's calls. Shake my pom-pom, handstand, handspring, chant and cheering. Time to get the home crowd going. Stick to the routine and know I trained it well. Do I trust the pyramid to catch me coming down? 'Cause some of us want to stand out. Some of us know that this could be our big break. Our time to shine. But when will we learn? We may be up for ourselves, but we're in it together. When will we learn? When will we learn? We may be out for ourselves, but we won't get there alone. Each piece must lean upon another. Lean forward, lean backward, reciprocal motion. See through, see over, we are one, but we are many. We will learn as we are going. Take position on the line of scrimmage, waiting for the snap. I'm ready if the quarterback changes the play. Then I'm running for the sweet spot in the end zone. Catch the pass and make the touchdown. Dodging, stealing, weaving through the passing route. Hoping that my teammates on the sidelines hold the score. Some of us want to stand out. Some of us know that this could be our big break. Our time to shine. But when will we learn? We may be up for ourselves, but we're in it together. There you go, together ourselves. And welcome in, Marlis. You're trying to do things and getting waylaid. That is the nature of life. And of course we have begun doing this stream a half hour earlier. And I think it'll probably take a little time for everyone to remember. For some reason my guitar tuner is really struggling with tuning the bottom string. I should just move it over on the headstock. Maybe that'll help. All right, so we're about halfway through. I think that was the halfway point. That was the halfway point. It suddenly occurred to you, yeah. There's going to be a bit of tuning back and forth in today's stream. All right, so the next one. So that was about football, which I really associate with the autumn, because that is football season. In Canada, actually, football season starts in the summer, and the Grey Cup is in like November, or October even. But in the States, it's more of a late summer, fall thing. And I follow both, so. But the other sport that I associate with the fall is running. And I associate it with the fall because that's when the weather is most perfect for running. One foot in front of the other, breathing on the count of 3, exhaling on the count of 2. Think about which part of my foot strikes the pavement with the most force. Make adjustments to my posture, focus on the task at hand, and then just run. One foot in front of the other, landing lightly, softly, relaxed, keeping up a steady pace. Shoulders loose, no tension to be found. I float over my feet. My mind is clear, my mind is on the open road ahead. And I just run toward the bubble arch. They'll recall the time you took. Hang a medal round your neck, then you can let your heart beat slow. One foot in front of the other, that's all that I have to do. Just keep on going, don't fade out. Did I get enough hydration? Did I get ample rest? Am I really only halfway through this? Did that marker lie? What have I done? Run toward the bubble arch. They'll have fruit and protein shakes. They will take your picture there, then you can lie down in the grass. One foot in front of the other line, my rhythm, let it take me, let it fuel me down the stretch. Soaking in the atmosphere, the wind, the trees, the other runners. Let myself enjoy the moment, and then just run past the last water station, 2K to go. Grab some high fives to pump me up for the last stretch. Energy gels consumed and loaded cups burned. I conquered the road behind me, finish lines in sight. Run toward the bubble arch. They'll record the time I took. Hang a medal around my neck, then I can let my heart beat slow. Run toward the bubble arch. They'll have fruit and protein shakes. They will take my picture there, then I can lie down in the grass. And now we're going to do a couple covers by fellow Canadians. This one is very famous. The other one I think of as also being very famous, but perhaps only in certain circles in Canada. But, of course, autumn is harvest time. So we've got some Harvest Moon. Oh, we're gonna do another little tune. Is that the culprit? And I, how are you? I'm very fine this Wednesday. We're singing songs about autumn today. Come a little bit closer to hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream the night away. There's a full moon rising, let's go dancing in the light. I know where music's playing, let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again, 'cause I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. And when we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. Now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I wanna celebrate and see it shining in your eye. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again, because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again, 'cause I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. There we go, little Neil Young. All right, and the next one that I've got in the autumn set is, because of course it's kind of a big window, but all of the falls in the window for Northern Lights. So we will do this one by Corey and Trina. It's called The Northern Lights of Labrador. I think so. I don't know how old he is. It's funny, I read that as how old is Nell, and I was like, who's Nell? Is there Nell mentioned in that song? But no, Neil, yeah, Neil Young, not so young. I've traveled far by the northern star since the day that I was born. From the Caribbean to New Orleans, I've been inclined to roam. And the beauty I've seen and the places I've been, I thought I'd see no more, till I saw the lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. That's right, he's forever young. Those northern lights that shine so bright when the day is cold and clear. The snow is bright from the pale moonlight, and silence fills the air. I cast my eyes to the sparkling skies, and I can see once more those northern lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. This place I've heard, and every word is far away and cold. But I have found in this beautiful town a treasure as rich as gold. Those dancing lights with their colors so bright each night as I look through my door. Those northern lights which shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. Sometimes when I'm down, there's no one around to tell my troubles to. I stroll outside and I gaze at the sky, and I am no longer blue. that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. Oh, my time will come like everyone when I must say goodbye. And I'll feel so sad as I look out the plane as it soars through the sky. And I'll think of the time when I can say that I'll return once more and see those lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. And see those lights that shine so bright in the skies of Labrador. There we go, Northern Lights of Labrador. On the beach. On the beach. I don't know On the Beach. I will have to check that one out. I could see us doing another beach-themed set. I sure can. I will check that out. All right, we're going to drop down to D, and then we're going to drop back up to E. So this is in the set today because I feel like, so I started, one of the first songs I sang in the set was a song by Cheryl Wheeler called When Fall Comes to New England, and I mentioned that I feel like New England has the, like, fall is their season. They have a monopoly on fall, something like that. Anyway, this is in the set because I feel like the real star, the star of fall is the trees. And actually the next two songs kind of mention this. Yeah, no, I will check out On the Beach for sure. So this is a song that I've recently released on an EP, and the star of the fall is the trees and the leaves. So this doesn't mention fall specifically, but it's all about trees. It's called The Majesty of Trees, and when are trees more majestic than they are in the fall? In the autumn. So that's what we've got here. Sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Silent, selfish, isolated, lumber, a solitary figure struggling for soil and substance. Man projects his dog-eat-dog worldview on forests wild. Nothing could be further from the truth. Underneath the grassy surface, down below the moss and stone, a system formed of symbiosis echoes through the earth. Silent only to those of us who cannot hear. Giving, taking, swaying, listening, a glade, a lone branch on a cliff. Nourish one, nourish all. Shouting, through the soil, reaching out for fellow roots, encircling and sharing gossip, news, and nutrients. One tree, every tree for all trees. Sullen onlooker, jealous conqueror, threatened by the evidence that our way is not the way. How can we be part of this world and so deeply misunderstand? How do we repeatedly get it all so wrong? Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Majesty of trees, majesty of trees, which is on my new EP, Nature, available wherever you listen to music. Oh, I wonder if I poked that in the description. I will post the link in the description afterwards. That sounded great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, songwriters from here and away. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in. I've got one more song in the set today. It's the reason we did the autumn. So you should recognize this one. Fallen leaves drift by the window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, fallen leaves drift by the window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall. There we go. And I think that will continue growing. Yeah, I've been enjoying doing these classic ones, and I really think you all have Sig Stout from the Twitch stream to thank for that, because he was the one that was like, "I'd like to hear you do some jazz standards," and I never would have thought to do any of that before, but I've really, really been enjoying doing them. So thank you all so much for joining me here today for this week's Warble. Next week, the theme will be animals. So, yeah, he was right, wasn't he, Elf and I? I was thoughts Kyla has in the shower. I was like, maybe I could do like a different standard once a month throughout 2025, and at the end of the year, release a whole album of jazz standards. So we'll see. These are the ideas that flit through Kyla's head when she's in the shower. But yes, thank you for joining me today. I will be back next week with 10 more songs about animals. So I've got some fun ones. I've got some fun ones in the list. It might be almost a children's show, but there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Ageless sentinel.